What's real anymore, Dre?
Okay. I was like, did you just try to intro me, sir? Sir, this is my job. I applied for this
Oh, you thought I was
specifically.
going to say, what's up,
Yeah,
everybody?
yeah, I thought you were about to start the intro off.
No,
No, that's
I'm
my
too tired
job.
for that.
Too
That's your
tired.
job. You can take it for today.
Let me share it's done. Hello. That's it. That's all I got. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. This is Loading Screen. This is your morning podcast to cue your day up with, of course, powered by Mike and Nike and Zip Chair. I am, of course, your host, Dre, aka Crash. Bam. That's
guys can
Alex,
cue me
aka
up for
Sir
today.
Skrillex. I just did, and I'm literally still waiting on the hand on the. Come on,
Dude,
dog.
you like you like sneak and slide
Yeah,
that
man.
shit.
Look,
like,
I already know what I gotta do. It's because I have a window of your face right here, and I
Move my
always have
camera
to.
further
I
away from
I
me.
have to reach out. I have to just reach out to you. That's how it reminds me every time.
phone hum.
That's just getting weird. What's up, guys? What's up? I see you guys in the chat. True Luigi already getting it started. Welcome, welcome. This is episode
no.
number what 25 now.
I don't have the chat pulled up.
Let me see.
Everyone relax.
28.
It's going to be just fine.
Episode 28 today.
28.
Lovely. 28,
Really?
man. Yeah, 28 already. We're already like just beaming through this. We do twice a week, you know.
Yeah,
Or
I
14
guess.
weeks since all this malarkey has started.
14 weeks of all this.
Yeah,
horse
yeah,
crap.
it's pretty wild, pretty wild. So we are recording today. Is the 30th of July. We've got some news. We got some views, but this is not gaming news.
Hello. I'm just saying hi to everybody in chat.
Nice, nice. Yeah, man. So we got some. Just a couple of things came up. We're just looking through the feeds and just like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's check out how this is. Some weird stuff as well, which I'll get us into in a little bit.
You know I like that weird stuff.
All that weirdo stuff, but yeah, let's just get into it. Actually, do I want to?
I mean,
I don't know.
Tuesday we talked a bit about the Xbox Series X showcase. Today
Yes.
is more or less. I want to say today's a little less structured. I was super busy, so I didn't get a chance to actually dive into some new stuff. But I did see some things that popped up that maybe I'll dive into this weekend.
Absolutely. Like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff, right? Like, yeah, you gotta get into that. One of us is gonna
bro,
get into it. It ain't me.
Yeah, since
apparently.
you let me down.
I let myself down. I really want to play. I just haven't had the freaking chance. All right. So
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
No, go on. What you got?
I was just gonna say we can talk about it later, but I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. You're missing out. You gotta dive into that game because
I've heard.
I'm
I've heard.
more than pleasantly surried.
I have heard.
What do you got here?
So this is something that came up on my feed not too long ago. I think it was on my Twitter feed actually because it dropped yesterday, but I just didn't see it. There is a new PlayStation documentary featuring interviews from developers like Hideo Kojima, Mark Siri, Shinji Mikami, and plenty more. Announced it's going to be debuting September 7th. I'm a documentary buff when it comes to video games. It's very weird. I mean, I don't know. I guess I like documentaries in general. I don't have a problem with them. They're very informative. I like it. But this is actually a documentary that's also going to be seeing a physical release on Blu-ray and DVD. And available, it's going to be available on a lot of different platforms like your iTunes, your Amazons and such. But 25 year celebration of the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, is kind of bonkers to think.
What did they say this was coming out?
September 7th.
Cool.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to watch it because I go through spurts where I love documentaries and then where I don't really care too much about them. So I have a few that I need to watch. I have to watch the Final Fantasy documentary, which everybody keeps telling me to watch, like the 1.0 documentary.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this documentary called From Bedrooms to Billions to PlayStation Revolution. Yeah, they obviously have a short trailer for it, including ads, of course. But but yeah,
Apples.
it was kind of like a bit of a trip for me. 25 years, man. I remember when I saw the PlayStation for the first time. I didn't. Funny enough, my household was not a multiple console household.
Console household.
Yeah, I was. It was the rule of the parents was you get one console, You make that shit
Okay.
last until maybe the next generation, and then if you're lucky, you'll get it. I remember pitching, like literally, like getting the points as to like, mom and dad, this is why.
Remember when you had to actually do that?
We need to get this. This is why I need this. And for me, the main thing for that was because Mega Man X4 at the time was only on the Sega Saturn and on the PlayStation. I had an N64.
Nice shirt.
And I was, oh yes, wow, whoa, good job. Actually,
Look at that.
I didn't
Look
even
at
segue
that.
1987. Anyway, Mega Man X4
really
was on Shut Up, and also Shut Up Alex was only on Sega Saturn and PlayStation, and I had an N64, and I was a big Mega Man fan. Still am to this day. To whatever, you know, the spirit of whatever Mega Man is, not so much existing anymore. But X4 was on there, and X4 was the big move from Nintendo to PlayStation. Like other IPs, like that the PlayStation would take from what was traditionally Nintendo, like even Final Fantasy. Mega Man was one of the first ones that we, X4 like didn't see a Nintendo launch, which was a big freaking deal to me because I had played X1 through 3 and they were all awesome, and X4 just blew my fucking mind because also you could play Zero. Big deal for me as well because you got to play Zero. It's the first time ever you got to play that character. So the PlayStation was like before Metal Gear, because then the next thing was when I saw Metal Gear, I was like, I have to play this. Like it's like I have to have one. 25 years since then is pretty wild, and clearly, at the time it was a crazy idea, right? Like it's the equivalent. In '95 it was the equivalent to how Xbox came out when PlayStation and Nintendo were in the field, and like Xbox wasn't even an idea, and then they just decided to come out, and Microsoft decided to compete. It's like, you're crazy, that's so much money, but for Sony to do that, them only being known for Walkmans, and kids, if you don't know what Walkmans are, you should Google that. Yeah, just I'll let that sink in for a little bit.
Now I feel old.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. 25 years of that. I'm pretty stoked. I remember, oh my, fond memories of the PlayStation. Some of my earliest modding I ever did for game consoles was on the PlayStation, getting a chip from some foreign site so I can play Dragon Ball GT Final Bout and import games. Oh, the PlayStation was so good to me. And it was an excellent CD player. It's an excellent CD player.
Oh my god, I forgot they were CD players.
Yes.
Wow.
And then such bangers
I remember
like
the original
Castlevania
Xbox had like preloaded songs on that.
Did it?
I need to go back to that. Yeah.
See,
there's a lot of songs. Man.
I don't remember a lot of what like Xbox brought to the table, because by the time I got into Xbox, like OG Xbox, original Xbox, is what's it called? What is it? I was modding it. It was already. I was already past. I was already past that. So I was already modding it. So I was already like flashing it with software from the rip. So
Neo Aoshi said he did a mod chip too.
He knows the deal.
Play Final Bout too.
I forget what Dragon Ball site I was at. Dragon Ball -Z or some shit on some GeoCity site somewhere that was popular in the web rings, and we can import and order the game. I look back on it and I'm like, holy shit, did I put that could have been a scam site, put their credit card in and like just gave these random people money.
We didn't care about that back then.
We didn't care about that back then. We weren't scammed. I wasn't hip with the Prince of Nigeria email shit yet, right? So it didn't matter. Nobody did. But then lo and behold, this shit showed up in the mail. To this day, I am like, whoever ran that site, you were a freaking hero. To so many kids, because that's the only way you could have gotten this game. Like, that game didn't make it out here to the end of the PlayStation, at least, or later, something like that. I don't even remember. I know GT Final Bout did come out eventually in the West, but it was like way later. But yeah, fond memories of the PlayStation. To see a documentary of it that gave us so many incredible series. Games that are still strong today, that are icons of the gaming industry, and to have also developers talk about it, it's gonna be can't wait for it. Cannot wait for it.
It's gonna be good, man. I obviously took my little leave from PlayStation, but this PS5 will get me back into it, and I'm excited. I'm just excited to jump back into it, man. I've been out of the game since the PS2. So
Really?
yeah, I didn't have a PS3 or a PS4
You never?
because I was all Xbox.
Oh wow. I mean,
Yeah.
I had both. At that point, I was baller. I had both PlayStation 3 and a 360.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't skip on that. Xbox One's the only one I really skipped. Like I've gone through every other
Xbox
console.
One.
It's just Xbox One is just the only one that in recent generation that I was just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like nothing was
Yeah.
pulling me in. Especially at the time because I was like competing like crazy. So in terms of like
It was
fighting
all,
games and stuff, there was like
fighting games,
it was only Killer Instinct on there. And funny enough, ironically enough, I had just started playing Killer Instinct last night on Carrot Cancel, and it was a whole lot of fun. So I'm actually kind of disappointed in myself.
I saw that.
I wasn't getting.
You guys
into
want
it.
a good, entertaining, like you want to learn some things, guys? Check out Carrot Cancel because I've been, obviously being the senior.
I was
video
gonna say
producer
you would
here,
love
I
Killer
do a lot
Instinct.
of-
You can literally play Arbiter in that game. If you didn't know, the
No
Arbiter.
way.
The Arbiter is a fighter in that game,
Looking it up right now.
and so is General
Killer
Ram from Gears of War.
Instinct, Arbiter.
Yeah.
Oh, baby!
It's real. It's
It's a
real.
shame I'm booty. At
It's okay.
freaking
And you
fighting
can play
games.
as a Spartan in like Dead or Alive, right? A female Spartan. Yeah. And it's actually canon too. She's part of the actual Halo
Bro,
story. She fell
time
through
out.
a wormhole in Halo and ended up in the DOA's world, and you can fight
Bro.
as her. Yeah, and she's still like 7 foot whatever, like a regular Spartan, and she kicks a lot
Yo.
of ass.
Yo, tell me how the Arbiter has a legit carbine ammo clip and 3
Yeah.
plasma grenades. What?
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
serious?
I'm not joking. I was getting beamed off of those
What
yesterday.
the hell?
Let's pull it up. Yeah, man, my man.
All right. All right.
He's huge too. Like, and he's got the energy blade.
Yeah, he's freaking like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so sweet.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot. I never actually told you about that. Like, it just
Oh,
slipped my mind.
baby.
Yeah.
Could this be what gets the Skrull into the Carrot Cancel online lobbies, bro?
Sure,
I'll
why
just
not?
come in. I'll just come in and get
Get wrecked? That's fine.
by
I was
you
getting
guys.
wrecked yesterday. It's all good. It's all good. But
I also saw that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, so there's also mad crossplay, but actually that kind of segues into what I was about to bring up. Crossplay in Apex, of course, with Apex Legends and their recent, not recent or their previous announcement, with all the it coming to Switch, to what is it, Steam as well, and just the constant updating that they've been doing to the game. The one thing that's kind of been plaguing the game right now is the whole controller v mouse and aim assist and PC players versus console players kind of deal.
They're in the same lobby, right?
Yes. So there's just been mad people talking about it, and Jake Smolin, the software engineer for Apex
Yeah.
Legends, actually took to TikTok. I don't have TikTok on here, so I can't see this. Can't believe people are really making announcements or like or like responses on TikTok. That did not really occur to me. That was a thing. Talking about like crossplay lobbies with PC players. So if you're a PC player on a crossplay in the lobby and you get, if you solo queue up, you will only get PC players in your lobbies, versus getting a mismatch of things. Because like I said, with not to take away from any controller players or any console players, but like aim assist and such, you can tell there's differences there. Kind of like it's kind of like the reverse right now, where aim assist is like really good with controller, and there's no such thing on PC. So there is like advantages there. So it's kind of skewed like how some people have viewed some competitive games or really just net play in general. But
Right.
they're just assuring people with like all this extra crossplay that now it's like expanding to more consoles and such. You're like, oh my god, do I have to worry about Switch players on PC? Which didn't think that would be a sentence I'd say. He's telling everyone like not to worry about it. Like they are taking it very seriously, and they are just making sure that they've been seeing a lot of console players worrying about this. They shouldn't. I
Yeah.
was like, that's kind of cool. That's a nice little tidbit update there for the good old Legends of Apex.
Luigi in chat says, I don't know if it's old or new news, but I saw something yesterday about someone finally triggering the alternate ending in Metal Gear 5.
I saw that. I saw that.
Sorry to deviate from what we were talking about.
I saw that. No, that's all good. We're having a conversation here, bud.
Yeah, buddy.
I saw that. Whatchamacallit, the posting of it, and it kind of started triggering back like what they were talking about. So in Metal Gear Solid 5, there's like an impossible mission to completely disarm the world of nuclear, deterrence, straight nuclear deterrence.
Right. Yeah.
I cannot remember because it's been so long since I played Metal Gear 5. Because also it was kind of like a wash. That you could achieve this, and it would take a very long time to do it, and supposedly there's some sort of ending that goes with it. Apparently that is true. I have to check it out myself. I'm definitely gonna be sitting down and watching it post this show. I didn't want to bring it up without actually seeing it and understanding what was going on. But if it's true, I'm kind of excited. It's kind of crazy to think that it's like finally legitly been triggered by someone. I don't know if you could previously see it. It's been a little bit since Metal Gear 5 came out. So that's kind of like an interesting piece that it actually took this long to do it. It occurs when every player decides. Yeah, exactly. When everyone that you play online with, there we go. That's what it is. Like everybody. Like, because the way it goes, you can develop not factions, but your own haven. And you can have, like, you build your materials, your army, and you can actually infiltrate. Like, I could infiltrate your place. You can infiltrate my place and take my guys and resources and stuff like that. But nuclear deterrence was when everyone just, like, didn't have any nuclear weapons. Like, they just, like, got rid of them or whatever the mechanic was. I can't remember it 100%. Yeah. So this is a community thing. That's why it was thought to be impossible, because everyone has to be on that same line. And usually when people band together, there's usually like one person, for whatever the reason, whether they want to see the world burn, they want to be a troll or whatever, they like won't do it. So I gotta dig in again. Like it's starting to come back. Thanks Neo for bringing that up. I really gotta go look into it. I'm actually very excited now the more I think about it to see when that did happen, because that's actually a pretty crazy thing to do. Because there's always that one person. Like I had very big doubts that it could ever happen, but if it's true, they should be a holiday. It should be a holiday.
A holiday, yeah. Mark it on the calendar, guys.
Mark it on the calendar, straight up.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think it goes to, and real quick, this will be the last thing we say on the whole crossplay thing is, like I think what plagues games that are crossplay is that support for mouse and keyboard, and if they don't do it properly. Like, I think Call of Duty did it properly with Modern Warfare, but like I'll be honest with you, man. Like, yeah, I'm hyped that Halo came to the PC and Halo 3 and Halo 2 came to the PC. But as I said to you before, in a few episodes back, is like I play it the way it was designed to be played on a controller. That's not bashing the keyboard and mouse, but I play it the way I grew up playing it, right? And when I'm playing multiplayer on PC now, like if I want it to look extra good with all the frames and everything, I'll play it on PC. But I go to play multiplayer, and all of a sudden, I'm getting quick scoped by people on a mouse and keyboard while I'm on a controller, right?
The good old days.
Yeah. So it's like there's a clear disadvantage, and if games don't, like I said, I mean, I don't play multiplayer on PC, because if developers don't figure that out or take the effort to kind of iron that discrepancy out. Discrepancy is definitely not the right word to use there, but iron that out, like I'm not going to play it. So I think they anyway, that's my rant. If you're going to do crossplay, make sure you spend some time on the lobby system and the matchmaking system, in my opinion. So, okay. Ashen wins Sea of Thieves. So you and I were talking about this beforehand. This, I believe, just recently came out, maybe as early as yesterday or the day before. I forget when it came out. But
this was posted
29th?
yesterday.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. So you know, we were just talking about this. You haven't really played since launch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, Dre, this is one of those games that you want to play on your monitor because it's drop dead gorgeous in ultra wide, and it does support it. But yeah, no, I mean, this is something that this is something that Rare has been updating since the very beginning of time, and like now, if you went into the game, it's vastly different than what it was when it first launched. Like, I mean, right now it seems they're adding like, you know, exploding. Whoa, that's cool. You see that?
Yeah.
How they just like create like smoke and fog and crap like that. So anyway, yeah, like you have like, you know, PvP arenas now. You have you know, grenades. Your ship can catch fire. You know, all this stuff. So there's a lot of things they added to this. Even like right now, there's a whole new part of the map that's all volcanoes and stuff. Which that is so hard to. I tried sailing through the volcano area, and the things that explode out of the volcanoes like target you. So,
oh damn!
And I was just like, yeah, I'm stuck. But yeah, no, I mean it's a very fun game. Whoa, that was cool. That was neat. New weapon, it looks like, to keep people off of it. That's awesome, dude.
Running.
And look, you can light your ship on fire, other people's ships on fire. So they're adding a lot of stuff. I think it's very fun. You guys should definitely check it out. I'm going to dive into this update. We got some things in the works in terms of content that may be dealing with this update. So yeah, I think you guys should check it out. It's a fun game. And you know, if you guys, it's on Game Pass. So if you guys on PC want to pay $1 for several games on PC, now's your chance. Whoa, that's cool. Look at that shit, man. It's like metallic. But yeah, I think you should dive into it. It's a fun game. If you guys, you know, it's fun for.
Is it fun for like 20 minutes, or is it still ongoing after like 2 days?
It depends. It depends. If you're looking for something, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. Like in the winter, I'll pop on some Bob Marley. I'll jump into my own ship and I'll just sail around, and like with the water and all that shit, dude. It's a good game. But I will say it's 10 times more fun. Oh yeah, you can have like pets and stuff now. I forgot about that.
Cat's rib cages is showing.
Yeah, that was a little concerning, but no, it's a fun game. Oh, that looks like a new enemy. Although I haven't played in some time, but anyway, that being said, guys, I say find a group of 2 or 3 people, go through this game and just have a good time, because this game is at its peak in terms of fun when you're with a group of people playing. Me and Darth Mike used to play this all the time together, so it's fun. It's fun.
You've played with the Darth Mike?
I've played with the Darth Mike, who, as you know, is a sailor. And so,
oh yeah, like, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense that he would play this game. I didn't think about that. Yeah, my man is all about that seawater.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, guys, that's you know, this just recently came out, so check it out. Seriously, $1. You know, dive into it. It's a very fun game, and it's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. So,
looks really good.
That's what we got there.
I am impressed over how they have improved the game. It's just, in the beginning, it was a little rough.
Yeah, no, and rightly so. Yeah,
I can't. There's no way of me throwing R in there. Yeah, can't make it happen. But oh shoot, I just realized this is in the middle of us looking through the trailer. I gotta reset this real quick. But yeah, if seas isn't really your thing, you're more of a sky bird kind of thing. You wanna cruise the airwaves and not the salty waters.
Yeah, with the you're on point with the
segues. I know. I try.
Segues.
I try.
So this is gameplay.
Yeah, Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator. We talked about it. shown off during, was it the showcase or was it before? Like, I feel we saw it before.
We didn't see it in this past showcase, but we did see it because they had something where they announced a few games way back.
I can't remember what it was, but it was like whatever showcase that was before this one.
Yeah.
You know, we were. I remember we talked about it in a previous show itself. I think
it was trailers and all that.
About the trailers, yeah, and we were kind of like, wow, like Flight Simulator was kind of bonkers. Yeah, checking it in a week later, it's still pretty bonkers.
Yeah. No, it's I mean, that came out a while ago where we saw the trailers and everything, but we've you know, you know what came out? They announced the launch date, August
Oh,
18th.
August 18th.
So
Okay.
so now that we're getting closer to the launch date, it seems that we're getting more and more gameplay, more and more people getting their hands on it. I was just telling Dre before the show, guys, like I'm scrolling through I'm scrolling through my feed here of gaming news and whatnot. I'll bring it in the camera there. But gaming news and whatnot. I'm not even going to lie to you. There were like 6 different sites with 6 different articles of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and some are saying that like one article was titled I'm going to see if I can try and find it, but I'll go off memory right now. One article was titled like playing Microsoft Flight Simulator in your house is like an in-home meditation. Like what? And then there were others where it's like you can literally it's like that game where you spin the globe and you pick a spot on the map, just by like touching the globe. You can do that, and it's like right there for you. Like you can go and explore that, and it's spot on because they use satellite imagery. But yeah, so the video that we're showing you guys right now, is obviously gameplay footage. I don't know if the settings for the video were, obviously it's I won't say it's the full build. It's an earlier build, because there are some things in here that, I wonder what this would look like on ultra graphics. Now, this looks drop dead freaking
This still
gorgeous.
looks ridiculous. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I think there were some textures and stuff that looked better in the trailer. Rightly so. Normally they do look better in the trailer. But who knows? I don't know if I don't know what settings they're playing this on. But like, dude, look at this, flying over all these cities, and it's like spot on.
Like
what
I said,
it looks like.
This is just gonna get spooky when you can actually fly over your own house.
That's the first thing I want to do.
See,
if
your car is there when it was parked. As soon as that happens, I'm just uninstalling the game. I'm like, oh, okay, yep. I'm just gonna put that away.
Yeah.
New way of reconnaissance and stuff.
Look, so like that building obviously doesn't look that textured. Like it looks like just a polygon, like a 3D shape. But like what's interesting to me is,
oh my god, the viewing distance is insane.
Tasmania here, right? So what's interesting to me, like, see that little gap in the trees right there? Mm-hmm. So like this is literally a 1-to-1 representation of the Earth. And so like, if you're ever thinking about going to, let's say, the Bahamas, or like, or going to the Amazon or something, you're like, oh, like this is what it looks like. Like this is a 1-to-1 representation of what it looks like. What's interesting there? Can you pause it right there in perp?
That
yeah,
threw
go
me
back
off
a little
just
bit.
now. Did you notice that a little bit? If you noticed the same thing I did, let's see.
Yep, right there. So look at that. That isn't. I don't know what that is. Whether that's supposed to be a 3D model, because it is not 3D rendered there.
There we go. I was gonna say that's the same thing that threw me off. I'm like, huh.
So I wonder if it's a hole in the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if anything below sea level is 2D, and then anything above sea, anything that has a 3D thing. But I don't know. I don't know.
The more I look at it, the more I look at it, the roads and such, like the perspective is like correct, but it's something about it. Like it has to be just like photo data that's just being pushed on, and it's just being mapped over it, and it's like.
So it begs the question. They kind of advertise it. I mean, obviously they're flying over cities and stuff, right? So like cities and landscape, you can expect that to be pretty rendered. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those things where, now, granted, it's petabytes of data. So like the amount of detail that Microsoft's putting into this, like I can't hate on it, right? Like what am I expecting here? A real life freaking simulation here, but. Because you are just flying over it. But yeah, I mean, it begs the question, like, okay, how detailed is the rest of the world going to be? How detailed is the suburbs going to be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, who knows? I don't know. I mean,
regardless,
I saw something. There's good. I mean, and you're flying over it in a plane. So, like, I'm not going to fly through the land and fly like at 5 feet in the air and see. But, I think.
Yeah, it's just like even looking at that, like it's in motion, it looks way better. In motion, it's definitely, it sells it more than just like framing it like that. It sounds weird. It's like the what is it? The artist painting looks good from like like 20 feet away or something. But
Yeah,
the closer you get to it,
Closer
you kind of
get,
start
you're gonna find the
noticing some
flaws.
things. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's like the effect we're getting here.
Yeah, and I mean, it wouldn't be surprising that they're gonna put most of their effort into rendering out cities, right? Like, because that's pretty much where you're going to spend most of your time in a plane, is in cities when you have to land and fly over them. But I don't know. I mean, I'm still excited. What I am excited for with this is jumping into or flying through like the Alps and the Rockies and, you know, the Grand Canyon. Actually, the Grand Canyon will. I wonder. I mean, they're probably going to render out the Grand Canyon because it's a freaking.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a hard sell.
It's a world wonder, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to sell if you don't get at least that one going. But yeah.
But it's cool, man. I mean, a lot of people were saying like, oh, like you wanna see what an area looks like. Pick a spot on the globe and go there, and which is pretty freaking awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm digging it. And like you said, in certain situations where you see people with like the super extra wides and stuff, like the immersion is just gonna be bonkers. But in case you don't have a PC that can power this, you can definitely jump on
Dre, the master of
segues.
Transitions.
That's what I do, man. If you don't forget Alienware, forget Dell, forget HP, forget all those other manufacturers, man. Like, they're not gonna help you out. Forget let me see, what else am I missing here? Who's another all-in-one manufacturer?
We got Alienware. We got.
Alienware and Dell technically are the same. I just realized that.
And NZXT.
NZXT, yeah. Forget all those all-in-ones. Konami has got you covered.
They don't want to make games anymore, says Neo Hayoshi.
Only if you're in Japan, actually. So Konami has recently. So if you guys aren't aware, Konami Amusements, which is the name of the company, I think it's like the parent version of Konami, but or it's the complete name. I just know it as Konami. Konami Amusements. They have come out with some tiers of just computers that they're selling now. Obviously, Konami does more than just do games. They actually do things like pachinko machines, obviously arcades, arcade machine products, esports products. They actually kind of an encompassing ecosystem. Besides creating some of the best games like Castlevania, Metal Gear that we just talked about, Silent Hill, those games. They recently came out with a laundry list of. My laundry list, I mean 3 models of PCs that they are now putting to market with, which was surprising. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. They've been involved with video games forever. The price point should be great. It could be a good deal because sometimes all-in-ones like this, manufacturers that can provide you everything versus having someone that or maybe the capabilities of getting the parts together. But like right now, everybody's gaming, so it's like there's plenty of arguments to buy all-in-ones because as a bigger manufacturer, they can get these things in bulk and at certain price ranges that then lowers the cost a bit versus just getting it outright as an individual. So I don't want to sway anybody about custom PC is the only way to go and you have to do it yourself. It's not the truth right now. It's not the truth right now because everybody's gaming. So the supply and demand is kind of crazy. Regardless, they have several options. This is where it kind of like, I know I just said that, but then the prices on some of these things for what you're getting, I'm kind of like, I could definitely do better right now. But remember, this is Japan only. Prices and whatever equipment or components you can find varies from market to market, place to place. So if you want to look at the lowest price, which is about 184,000 yen, roughly about $1,700, you'll be getting an i5-9400F, a GTX 1650 8 gig, DDR4 2666 memory. 8 gigs of that. So I was gonna say I didn't see that, and a 512 SSD, 512 gig SSD. No word if that's NVMe or not, but regardless, you're obviously gonna be getting a case, power supply, and I just realized it doesn't include monitor. But for $1,750,
$1,700 for that?
That's a little pricey. That's a little pricey. For $1,750, I can tell you for a fact I have built a 2070 with like an AMD. That's the other thing. They went Intel, which is like very, very interesting. Right now, the values at AMD just just being truthful about it right now, AMD is just killing it in terms of value per dollar and what you're returning at. So the fact that they went Intel is just a little weird. And this isn't even with the water-cooled version. For 1750, I definitely built water-cooled systems for less and such.
Yeah, pre-builts will always be more. I'm actually
Aoshi,
but
I was gonna say there is a cost.
Surprised how little this,
but that's
how little you're getting.
That's a skew to that. Yeah, like pre-builts do cost more because there's also the premium of usually a warranty comes with that. That's like an addition. For anything in the system versus you trying to go through each supplier. And B, they're building it. It's all pre-built. You are taking the labor away from yourself, and you're putting that cost as a premium to someone else doing it. Yes, that happens
and stuff too.
Yeah, that happens, but like in terms of performance, this is like definitely not up. I don't know how much of a crazy value that's really gonna be. And this is the lowest one. We're talking the highest. We're looking at
$3,200.
$3,200 for water-cooled i7 9700 RTX 2070 Super, 16 gigs of 2666 DDR4 RAM, a 512 M.2 NVMe, meaning that first option most likely is just a straight SATA speed one. But it beefs up the storage with a 1 terabyte hard drive for an extra $210, which is weird because like I can get an NVMe terabyte I think for like $120, $150. Oh, he brings RGB lighting, so hey, you get your RGB on. But everything actually being built out of here is Asus Zonar AE sound card is included. I don't know about the motherboards themselves. That's where you kind of start seeing like areas you can cut cost in. But like looking at the cost itself, I'm kind of like still confused here. Unless they're like primo parts, which okay, some primo parts can defer incur a higher cost. But just like I said, $1,700 with a system that's an i5 9400F, which like I'm not even super familiar with a 9400F processor. I just know, fact i5 9400 is 4-core. To my knowledge, I don't think there's any hyper-threading there. But a 1650, even if it's an 8 gig though, like for $1,700, I think I built someone very recently a system that was like $1,800 at most. And I know for a fact they had 8 cores with AMD, 16 gigs, not only a 500 gig NVMe, but over a terabyte in just another SATA drive, and it was a 2070 Super. So
I think this rig here, dude, is 2080 Ti, 64 gigs of memory, i7 9700. This has got to be $2,700.
And but also remember that price that you're comparing to was pre-COVID. COVID does skew the numbers right now because the scarcity of like some of these parts and the manufacturers have definitely changed things up. But regardless, Konami's, I like the case. The case looks kind of cool.
I mean, it's an interesting thing.
Hopefully this comes with a couple 120 millimeter fans in the front for that perforated airflow, positive airflow in for those really, really delicate parts. But very interesting to see Konami kind of jump into the world of computer hardware and pre-builts. So
yeah, I
mean, at first I was like, oh, if they were, maybe they'll do some collabs and be like, this is the Metal Gear card, and it's like super like limited edition 2080 Ti or something. I'd be a sucker for that. If they were smart, they'll do that. Konami, give me a call. But in the meantime, though, that's actually gonna be it. So in case, like I said, if you didn't get a chance, if you don't have a computer high enough quality to do that, Konami's got you covered. Get your Microsoft Flight Simulator on. Or play Metal Gear Solid 5 and go data mine the ending, because I happened to look at the ending.
I want to see the ending now.
I saw the ending. I forgot I already seen it because it was already data mined when the game came out. Because they were like, we're not going to wait. Like, there's no way you can just hide that. It's in the system somewhere. Someone's going to find it. But with that, your loading is complete. Your day is set and ready to go. Guys, thank you for another episode of Loading Stream, for hanging out with us. Appreciate all the banter, all the talks. Yeah, PlayStation, 25 years, can't wait. Mega Man, awesome, changed my life. That's what I'm taking away from this.
If you guys are thinking about playing a game this weekend, play Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about today. But go play it. It's think Witcher, but Japan. That's my there it is.
But no spells. Yeah, see, your logic's already you're not selling me now. Damn, bro.
You haven't played it. Do you know?
I know. I gotta play it. I'll figure that out later. But regardless, that's it for us today. Thank you very much, of course, to Mike and Ike and to ZipChair for helping support this show and letting us do our thing every morning. And of course, thank you to you who sat down, chilled, hung out with us. Hopefully we made your day a little bit easier to start it off with. But with that, I am Dre, aka Crash. Of course, you can find me at CrashTagVS right here. VS at the end. I keep forgetting to update that. And of course, Alex Alex, which you can find him on Twitter, on Twitch. Of course, I think going through still more. I think you're like a 5.0 or something patch in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
you're like end game.
We just started 5.1, but I've been taking my time going back and covering some things that we missed that were really good. So, loving every second.
And hopefully some Sea of Thieves as well, real soon.
Yeah, I got a lot of games I got to play this weekend. It's probably going to end up being Ghost of Tsushima.
I got a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. Got it. All right. Well, until then, see you guys next week. Of course, we are live every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you next week on Tuesday with some more news. See you guys later.
Later.